Hi there, my name is Elaine and I'm from Move Wellness. Thank you for joining me today for this mat class. We're going to do a workout that is versatile and something that you can take with you anywhere you go. It's just you and your mat. It would be fun to do consistently over a period of time, maybe once a week, and weave it into your regular workout routine, and you can see how the feelings and movements change and how strong you get by adding this one in. So please only work out at the discretion of your doctor with your doctor's permission, and don't do anything that hurts. We will not be taking into consideration any injuries or special populations today, so I want you to take the best care of your body that you can. And if you're interested in finding out which classes we have at Move Wellness that would be appropriate for you, or you have questions about what you're doing today, feel free to reach out to us at office@movewellness.com. And maybe you'll join us for other videos. You can also leave comments below for this. So we're going to start out on all fours and do some breathing. So in the quadruped position, your hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips, a little bit wider than your shoulders actually with your hands, and just you can spiral them open just a little bit. I like to say that your pointer fingers are pointing straight forward. And just bring your head up on your spine. You're in neutral alignment, which means ears, shoulders, and hips lined up. Make sure you have no crunch in your neck. And we're going to breathe here. You inhale into the back of your rib cage as if you have a turtle shell on. And then you exhale, and you're just going to zip up your abdominals. It's like one of the images we use is zipping up that tight pair of jeans. And you feel all the abdominal tissue lifting up and hugging your spine, but not moving any bones. So try that a few times. Inhale and exhale. Just hug the abdominal tissue into the spine. Inhale. And you might even think about pulling your sit bones closer together to engage your pelvic floor, but make sure on the inhale, as you fill that turtle shell, you let those sit bones spread apart. And then you exhale, sit bones come together and draw those low abs in. It's a funny sensation, and maybe you've never thought of connecting that way. Just give it a try. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. And now I want you to shift your hips to the right and circle them back towards your right heel on your inhale, and circle to the left, and exhale, bring that pubic bone forward. You inhale to the right, and switch to the left, and tailbone curls as you come forward. And two more. Inhale, just warming up the hips a bit, and exhale, and last one in this direction, and exhale. Switch directions, and inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, should feel kind of nice, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then come to a neutral position here, ears, shoulders, and hips lined up. And on your exhale, we're going to curl the tailbone into your angry Halloween cat. Keep the tension out of your shoulders. Draw the low belly up to the sky. And then on your exhale, start with the tailbone. Articulate vertebra by vertebra, right back to neutral, lifting your head up last. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl the tailbone. Push out of your hands and knees. Inhale and stay, and exhale, one vertebrae at a time, moving the tailbone first, low back, middle back, upper back, head. Couple more. Inhale and exhale. Don't forget those abs, lift the pelvis, and you're curling the spine, getting some balanced movement. And then on your exhale, one vertebra at a time. Now those sit bones can spread apart a bit if you want. Come back to neutral. And last one. Now at any time, if you need a break on your wrists, you can sit back in shell stretch or child's pose. But we're going to do a couple more right here, staying in that nice neutral, hugging those abdominals in towards your spine. And opposite arm and leg reach, opposite arm and leg from the center. And lift, let them touch, and drag them in. Try not to shift. So you're hugging everything in towards your midline as your opposite hand and foot reach out. You exhale to lift. Inhale, float them down. Now exhale as you draw them in. Think about drawing right from the center of your body. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let your arm float out to the side. And just stay there for a breath and feel your obliques connect and how you want to shift from one side to the other. Keep the connection right through the midline. And you're going to reach your arm under your opposite arm. And you're going to circle around and lift your chest to the sky. And for some thoracic rotation, reach and lift. And reach and lift. And reach and lift. Last one, and reach. Should feel kind of nice. And push down to lift up. Lift the sternum and eyes and float down. Opposite arm and reach and lift and reach and lift and reach and lift. One more and reach and lift. Good work. Come back to the center and just sit back and shell stretch. We like to curl your tailbone just a bit so you're hovering your pelvis a little bit off your thighs, and just stretch out long, nice long low back, and release those wrists. You can do some wrist circles if you need it. Now we'll go on to our back, and let's do some work. We're going to start with our hip rolls here. Your feet come in under your knees, not tucked in too close, not too far away, just a comfortable distance under your knees. I want you to think about a nice heavy tailbone, and that means we're releasing the tailbone into gravity here, and you're in a neutral alignment. That's that bony position where your ASIS bones and pubis symphysis are parallel to the floor. So we want to start here. Now what I want you to do is on an exhale, hug those abdominals in towards your spine the same way we did on all fours. And you're also going to push your heels into the mat. So as you hug your abdominals in, as you exhale, push your heels down, curl up for your hip rolls. And then on an exhale, your sternum and ribs melt down and you roll through your spine. And the idea is to keep the inside of your thighs reaching long as you do this. So hug the abs, push the heels, curl the tailbone, lift. Inhale, reach the inner thighs long over the toes. And then on your exhale, sternum and ribs melt. Let's keep going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Inhale, stay there. Let's just stay up there for a minute. You're lifting your sacrum up. You're reaching the inside of your thighs long over your feet, and you're not jutting out in your ribs or sternum. So your glutes are really active. You're pushing down with your heels so you feel the back of your legs. And I want you to lift one heel and then set it down. Lift the other heel and set it down. Keep your hips up and no rotation. Lift one heel and set it down. The other heel and set it down. Now lift one leg and set it down. Keep the hip up. Turn that glute on. Lift and keep the hips up. One more on either side and up. Last one and up. Lift both hips up and then roll down, sigh all the way down. Good. So from here we're going to do our single leg lifts. You are in a neutral pelvis. Now you know what that is. You're going to hollow the belly, so you're really hugging the abdominals in. Let those sit bones come toward each other. Pull the low abdominals in and let the ribs settle too. We call this an imprinted position. And you're really noticing your hips on the mat, the back of your pelvis, the bony bits. So as you exhale, start your exhale, lift your leg. Inhale, set it down. No shifting on the bones of your pelvis. And exhale the other leg off. Inhale, set it down. And it helps if you think of everything hugging that midline. One leg off. Inhale down. And the other leg off. Inhale down. Now you're going to take one leg off. Then the other leg off. One leg down. The other leg down. So let's do it with the breath. Exhale, one leg off. Take a breath in, exhale the other leg off, no shifting on the bones. Inhale, and exhale, one leg down. And inhale that last leg down. It's pretty easy to get, you've already got a closed chain without any wibble wobble. Try it again. Exhale, draw the abs in. And then the other leg goes off on an exhale. You inhale, stay. You exhale, hollow that belly, hug those abs in. Think about those sit bones coming toward each other. Keep the connection. Don't let the bones wibble wobble. One foot and then the other foot goes down. Good, let's bring your thighs right next to each other. Imagine the tops of your thighs are really kissing. You're getting them together as best you can. If this pulls into your back, don't do it. But if you can, pull those abdominals in. Pull the ribs to the hips, hug the abs in, and lift both legs up. And then on an exhale, hug the abs in, put both legs down. Not as easy, heavier lever. Exhale, abs, then lift. And then exhale, connect the abs, and then move. Two more. Exhale. And then on an exhale, abs in and down. And last one, exhale. Stay here. Take a breath in. Reconnect those abs again. Toe tap, one, inhale, lift. Exhale, two, inhale, lift. Now, same thing, you're hugging everything toward your midline. You're not letting the bones of your pelvis wibble wobble. You're using your abs to stabilize. And you're not tapping right below, you're tapping away from the body. It's a heavy lever. You want to feel the fire in the belly, right? The low belly is really working, trying not to let your bottom rib come off the mat. And you're just breathing. Exhale, ease in the shoulders. I definitely am cueing the things that I need to think about myself, but that's okay. Couple more sets. Let's do two more sets. Pull the abs in, exhale. Last set. And then bring both legs up. And let's exhale, draw the abs in, start to put your legs down. Oh, let's pull them back up. And then draw the abs in, put them down, squeeze your thighs together, stay right there, pull them up. And then last time, exhale, let them stay, and then go ahead and set them all the way down. And just shift side to side a little bit, let the bones settle. Massage the low back into the mat. That should feel pretty nice at that point. So from here, bring your feet hip width apart. We're going to take our arms right above our shoulders. And I want you to think about letting your shoulders be as wide as possible on the mat. So you're getting as much of your back on the mat, and the humeral head's the top of your shoulders as well. And you're in that neutral pelvis. Make sure you're not tucking here or overextending your spine. You've got that cup of tea on your low belly. And I want you to take your arms over your head. And the first time, just bring your awareness to what's happening in the rib cage. You might feel a little gentle spread in the front. And then bring your arms up again. And this time, when your arms go overhead, I want you to not let your ribs lift. So in fact, I want you to pull them down towards your hips a little bit. So on your exhale, your top rib starts to funnel down towards your pelvis. And you inhale back up. And the other cue I like is to let your bottom rib stay on the mat. So you're pulling that bottom rib into the mat as your arms go up. And you're using the breath to help you. And last one. And then from here, take your hands right behind your head, and your elbows are going to be in your peripheral vision. So I want you to just let your head rest in your hands. Pelvis is neutral, bottom rib is on the mat. And you're going to nod your chin. And when you nod your chin, you're going to give a little pull on your head so your neck gets long. And so you're nodding your chin down. You feel a little drag. And now you're going to close your ribs to lift up and look right above your knees. Now, weight of your head can fall in your hands as you inhale. And then exhale, come down. Try that again. Nod your chin, inhale, exhale, close the ribs to pull you up. Now, keep your tailbone long. Don't tuck your tail here. Keep your pelvis in neutral. It's just the abs at the rib cage. Make sure your head is heavy so you're not using your neck muscles. And then float down. And this takes sometimes, for some people, it takes a while to really get this coordination. You can see my shake. I'm working really hard to make sure my abs are doing the work and not my throat. And a couple more. And down. And last one. Now we're going to stay here. Inhale. And we're going to exhale. Bring your right rib to your left hip, or just opposite rib to opposite hip. And then come through the center. Inhale. And exhale, switch. And inhale. And exhale, switch. Now remember, those sit bones are coming together. You're pulling your low belly in. Your pelvis is in neutral. Opposite rib to opposite hip. Don't rotate here. Just go up and over. Rib to hip, up and over. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. And one more set. And last one. And then just rest down. Good work. I'm saying good work to me. But just reach your hands away from your feet. And then from here, we're going to do one of our all-time favorite exercises in Pilates, the 100. We worked on lifting our feet and connecting our abs. We lifted our upper body, connected our abs, and now we're going to add it together. So what I'd like you to do is bring your legs together, and you're going to imprint your pelvis, let your ribs drop down, hollow that belly, squeeze the thighs together. Just stay right here for a second. Put your hands on your thighs, Simon says, and push your thighs down as you're pulling, and you can feel how your abdominals connect even more deeply. And just rest. Try that again. Push the thighs, and you can feel you're giving a little space at the hips. The abs are really connected, and when you pull those sit bones toward each other and squeeze your thighs together, you definitely feel your abs on. The deal is to not do this, the isometric exercise I'm showing you, and let your ribs pop. Really let your ribs drop down into the mat. Good. And so from here, let's go ahead and find that feeling without the isometric. Go ahead and imprint your pelvis, draw the legs off the mat, nod your chin, curl up and around, really hollow the belly, and arms are going to lift. Legs can stay at tabletop, they can stay extended, or they can go to lateral rotation. They can lower if you want them. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Keep breathing. We're at 80, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 90, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 100. Inhale, bring your ribs closer to your hips, and then just lie right down. And you can just rock side to side into the mat, and then let your legs, feet come down. Open your legs into a little bit of a V, arms into a little bit of a V over your head, and just reach your hands away from your feet here, and then just rest down. Try that a couple times, should feel nice. As you reach your hands and feet, try to engage every inch of your body, every little tissue. You might get a little cramp somewhere, just give it a break and then try to stretch through a little more. And last one, reach. Nice big yawning stretch. And then exhale. Good. And let's come on up from here. We're going to go on to our belly. And from here, we're going to start with what we call the dart exercise. And I'm going to take my glasses off so I can get my head down. And let's see, let's make sure I'm on the mat so you can really see me. Technically, we want to try to get our legs adducted together in a parallel position. Sometimes that's really hard for our back. My back, definitely, I have an anterior tilt to my pelvis. So for me, I can really get my pelvis anchored on the mat when my legs are just a little bit apart, but I'm actually working on getting them in more of a parallel position. You can start here, do what works for you, but really the sense is really of grounding or anchoring your pelvis into the mat. That's what's most important here. So whatever position you're in, your legs are the toes are going to be on the mat. And your feet stay on the mat the whole time. And I want you to engage your legs so your kneecaps come up a bit. And then I want you to really let those hips right at your hip crease anchor down. And you're going to hollow your belly again. We do that all the time, right? Now we're pulling those hip bones together, pulling that low belly tissue in, and arms are resting. So this is just a setup. As always in Pilates, the setup is half the battle. You open your chest and reach your pinkies for your feet. And then you exhale and just hover. You stay here and inhale, and then you exhale, float down. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, stay. Keep your abs on. Keep your legs down. And then release. So the whole body is engaged. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale down. And one more. Notice I'm not coming up really high. It's more about connecting the lower body and really extending the thoracic spine and the cervical spine. Well, we're not extending, we're lengthening. And then come all the way down. Good. From here, I'm going to go ahead back to the glasses. Hands are under your shoulders. And you can rest your forehead down again. If you need a pillow or something under your forehead, that's fine. But again, we're trying to make this easy, breezy, and versatile. So my nose is hovering off the mat, palms down. Same lower body connection. Kneecaps up, legs active, toes pushing down, abs in, pelvis anchored. I'm dragging myself forward here, like a turtle coming out of its shell. If I was on the floor, it would be one of my, I call it a party trick. You'd be dragging yourself across the floor. And now I'm going to pull my sternum forward to come up into this swan prep. You inhale, and then exhale, come down. So drag yourself, shoulders open, shoulder blades down your back. Keep your abs connected, legs reaching, and come on up. And then come all the way down. And two more. And lift. Inhale. And then come down. And last one. Shoulders down. Lift. And come up a little higher this time. Imagine you have a book on your head and you're pushing the book up. Keep the abs in. And then come all the way down. Now we're going to take our elbows under our shoulders and do one leg kick. Now this is an exercise when done well, when done correctly, is not so easy. So just practice and try to get all the elements engaged over time. Elbows under the shoulders. First I want you to push down with your forearms. Then I want you to have that same drag that we just talked about. Now, I want you to do a posterior tilt of your pelvis, which means you're tucking your tail and you're going to reach your legs long. And when you reach your legs long, your kneecaps are going to come up again, yeah? And so what you're trying to do is keep those abdominals engaged, keep that posterior tilt in your body, keep your sternum pulling up and through, and then you're going to bend your knee and pull your foot towards your butt. 1, 2, and reach it long. Now, no shifting. This is really hard for me, so I could use some practice. Point, flex, and reach. So let's make a deal. You let me know if you get this over time and how it changes, and then I'll do it too. Point, flex, and lift, and point, flex, and lift, and point, flex, and lift, and point, flex. Couple more sets. And last one. And then release down. Hands under the shoulders. We get a shell stretch after that one. You can just tuck your tail here and rock side to side. Just take your arms long. This is one of my new favorites. One of my colleagues showed me lift your palms like there's a cupcake under it, and just feel your shoulder blades glide toward each other. And then you can walk your cupcakes over to one side and reach that hip away. And then walk your cupcakes over to the other side and reach that hip away. And then come to the center and come all the way up. So now we're going to go on our side. I'd like to just do our side kick today, and we're going to do it this way, where we start on your knees and take one leg out to the side, and you're just going to support yourself there, one hand down, and you want to make sure you're not collapsing, really pushing out of the hand and pushing out of the knee. Imagine your sacrum's coming through the front, so the front of your hip is open. Now lift your leg so it's hip height. Flex your foot. Let's bring our hands to our forehead today and look straight forward. And you're gonna bring your toes to your nose. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, bring it behind you. Think of imprinting your pelvis right here. I know, you can't really think of anything when you're in this position, but you can try. Imprint the pelvis. And inhale, inhale. Don't let the leg dip. It's got to stay in the same plane the whole time. And you can text me or write to us and let me know if mine isn't. And inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale. I have no idea how many we did, but I'm going to aim for 2 more. And last one. And then tip yourself upright, and we'll go to the other side. And reach. Oops, actually, how did I do that? This way. And then you tip, keep your rib lifted, and make sure you're pushing out of your hand and knee and leg, and let your sacrum come forward. Forehead, hand on the forehead, leg comes up, flex your foot, and we're going to inhale, inhale, exhale. And inhale, inhale, exhale. And inhale, inhale, exhale. And inhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, inhale, exhale. And I don't think that's 8. How about 2 more from here? We can do it. And inhale, inhale. And inhale, inhale. And let's see if we can tip up on this side. Woo, we did it. There we go. All right, so we're going to go on to our backs now. 2 more series, our back series and our plank series. We can do it. So from here, we're going to start sitting upright. And we are going to do one of my favorite exercises, the half roll back. And we'll do just a few little variations on that for fun. And if you take Pilates, you know that anytime your Pilates teacher tells you something is going to be fun, you should be highly suspicious. So take a breath in. On your exhale, zip up those low abs, bring those sit bones together and curl your tailbone. Keep your clavicles wide and easy. Now, you're curling your tailbone, trying to pull your sacrum down to the mat. You inhale here, and you exhale, pull your abs in to pull you up and over on top of your sit bones again. and stack up your spine. Let's do it again. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, stack it up. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. And up. Last one. Reach through your pinkies. Keep the arms really engaged. Clavicles wide. Inhale and exhale. And come all the way up. So on your exhale, curl back. And we're going to slowly inhale and reach and reach to come up. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale to swoop back. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Slowly dribbling your fingers in the water. And reach. Ears to the sky. And curl. And reach. And reach to come up. Now curl, reach. Arms back. Let it circle up. Up and over. Stack it up. And reach. And up. Up and over. Stack it up. And curl. And reach. Can you go a little farther? Reach up and over. Keep your toes on the floor if you can. And up and curl. But they really want to come off right about here, but I'm reaching and then I feel my abs more up. And stack it up. Yeah, so from here, we're going to grab onto your thighs, rock onto the back of your tailbone. Now, I want you to pull your hips away from your thighs. So you're not lifted up in the pelvis, you're on the back of your sit bones and you're hollowing your belly. You're going to squeeze your thighs together. Yeah? You're going to slowly roll back. Draw the low belly in. Do it with control. Pull your pelvis down. Pull your ribs in. Float your legs to tabletop. And put your hands on your right leg. Left leg reaches long. 1. Switch 2. Now, those abs are pulling in for our one leg stretch. You're really hugging your knee in and reaching the other leg long. There's different ways to do this. This is how we're doing it today. And you're still hugging everything in towards your midline, your sit bones, your abdominals, your knees. One more set. Now crossover. You think this is hard? Imagine trying to talk and do it. Up and over still. Remember, no rotation. I think I was rotating a little. Both knees in and arms and legs reach, swoop around. 1. Arms and legs reach, swoop around. 2. Arms and legs reach. Both legs up. Let your head rest down if you need a break. Don't let your neck get tense. Scissors, reach, 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 reach. You're reaching through both legs. Both legs up. Rest down, hug your knees in, and just rock side to side. Should feel good, massaging that low back, that thoracolumbar fascia where so many muscles and our arms, everything connects down through that area of our back. Good. So from here, we're going to do the roll up. Legs long, and there are different variations. I'm going to try to do the full variation. We might go slow, and we might have to bend our knees and grab our thighs for the first one, but maybe we're warmed up enough to do it. You take your arms over your head, reach your arms long, let all the principles we've talked about and practice. Your bottom rib connect. Your abs are connected. Your bottom rib is on the mat. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale, reach through the hands and roll off. The first one is always a little sticky. Now, you're going to reach your arms and your head long over your toes, and then I'm going to reach and press my heels down as I roll down one vertebra at a time. And inhale. Exhale, peel slowly off. Try to peel one vertebra at a time. There's definitely a little sticky bit there. And I'm reaching long. And then roll right down. And inhale. Exhale. Reach up and over. It's as if your waist is going that way and your head is getting longer, reaching for your toes. You've got that opposition through the whole body. And inhale. Exhale. Up and over. Usually this is much earlier in the classical repertoire, and so it's kind of interesting to do it now. I still have a sticky bit. And come on up. So from here, we are going to do the roll over. So roll up, and now we're going to do the roll over. So from here, you are going to imprint legs to tabletop, reach them long. Inhale them up. Actually, I want to make sure you're going to be able to see me, so I'm going to come down here, and we'll start over. Imprint, tabletop, legs long. Inhale them up over your hips. Exhale. Pick up those low abs, all the thing where we've been working the whole time. Tap and lift if you can. Flex, open shoulder width, and then exhale. Pull the abdominals in as you reach your heels over your head. Keep your legs parallel to the floor, and put your pelvis down. Circle them down and exhale with ease. Tap, lift, flex, open shoulder width, and down. Inhale. Exhale. Tap, lift, inhale. Open and exhale down. And inhale. With ease. Tap, lift, exhale, and roll down. And now we'll switch directions, which means your legs will start shoulder width apart. And we'll roll over. Tap, lift if you can. Flex your feet. Draw your thighs together. Now glue those inner thighs together as you roll down. And inhale. And roll down. I'm not cueing the breathing really well, but just move and breathe. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale here. And exhale to roll down. And one more. And good. And just rock and roll yourself up from here. Oh, we have one more here. Sorry. No, this will be fun. We'll start right here. So what I want you to do is sit back in the middle of your mat and rock onto the back of your sit bones. And we can bring your thighs right next to each other. You can hollow the belly a bit so you're really connected, but lift the chest. Take one leg, and then the other leg, and then one arm, and the other arm. This is our teaser position. This is where we're headed, okay? And so then from here, let's just put our feet down, hold on, and curl to go down so that you can get the full experience of the exercise starting from the bottom. Now I'm gonna do the full exercise. You can choose to modify, and I'll talk through some, but let's just see if we can do it together. Our arms are gonna come up until our ribs can funnel. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, Deepen right through the middle of the body. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, lengthen the back of the body and control to go down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Down. Couple more. Let's keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. And down. Good work. If you've made it this far, you get a good work, whether I see you or not. So let's go on to all fours, and we're going to do a couple of plank variations, and then we'll do leg pull front and back. It'll be fun, she says. Knees up and down. That's where we're going to go on to all fours, and I want your shoulders over your wrists, so your knees are going to be a little bit at an angle. And I did this in a class with one of my colleagues last week and really liked it. So we're going to curl our toes under, and let's walk them back a little farther. Abs are hugging in, and make sure everything's connected. You're not sinking up at the top. Your head is up on your spine. You're really engaged through the trunk. Let's lift one leg and let it come down. And then lift the other leg and let it come down. And lift both legs and let them come down. And lift both legs and let them come down. So let's lift both legs, let them come down to hover, and lift, and hover. Squeeze your inner thighs together, lift. Just your lower body's moving, lift. Keep going. Two more. Last one. Stay there, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let your knees come down. Sit back and shell stretch. Let your wrists get a little stretch. Whatever you need to do, stretch out those muscles. Good. So I'd like to do leg pull front and then leg pull back. So leg pull front, let's go to our plank. And lift one leg. One more set. Knees come down, sit back and shell stretch. Woo! Whoa, Nelly. So from here, let's do leg pull back. This one you are sitting on your hips, your legs are long. Typically your legs are turned out and your hands are behind you. And I want you to just sit here for a minute, let your shoulders just sink for a second, and just push down in the mat and stabilize your shoulders. So your clavicles are wet, you're not jutting your ribs out, you're just stabilizing your shoulder blades, yeah? And drawing your armpits down. Now, your hands can be here, your hands can be here. It's whatever feels most comfortable to you. I'm most comfortable in a little bit more rotated position for my shoulders. So from here, we're going to push down through the arms to leverage the pelvis up. And my glutes and hamstrings are working like crazy. And don't let your neck go back. Let it stay up on your head. Look at the horizon. You're going to keep your hips up and lift one leg up and down, 3 of them, up and down, up and down. Switch. Keep it lifted. Up and down, up and down, up and down. repeat. Up, I didn't say it was going to be easy. Up and down, up and down, switch, up and down. We never do things in twos, by the way. Up and down, we got to do another set. And last set, and down, up and down. Keep your hips lifted. Keep breathing. And one nice light breath in, and then float down. Oh, good. I knew this was a good idea to do all these challenging things. And so from here, what I'd like to do is one more set of planks. We're going to do a side plank on either side. That's really good for your QL muscles that stabilize your sacrum. So I'll show you the way I do it, and then we'll just stretch to finish, I promise. So from here, we are going to go back into our plank, and you're going to find that connection. Your heels are reaching away from the ground. And take your one hand to the middle, roll over to one side. I'm going to let my feet stay in front of each other. Don't sink. Push up. Keep your glutes on. Pull that sacrum forward. Your hand can be down, up in the air, on your forehead. Yeah, we can do this. And then hand comes down, come back to your plank. Hand goes to the middle, roll to the other side. Decide where you want your hand. Sacrum comes through the front. Keep pushing away from the floor. Waist is lifted. You're breathing. And then come down. 3 breaths in your plank. 1, 2, whoops. There we go. I got to do 3 breaths now because I just got into my alignment. 1, 2, 3, and let your knees come down. Sit back and chill stretch. And then come on up from here. You can either sit tailor sit, or if you can sit with one knee in front, 1 foot in front, your hips are going to sink down as much as they can. I want you to think about pulling those sit bones together, lengthening your waist, hollowing the belly, and we're going to reach up and over. And upright, and over. Now stay here, push away from the floor, spread the ribs like an accordion, and over. Inhale up, exhale over. This time you can pull on that knee to spread the ribs. And exhale over. Inhale, exhale, push and reach. And up and over, go ahead and switch legs. And up and over. Inhale, yawn the ribs open. And then come over. Inhale, up and over. Spread the ribs, push into the floor. And over, up and over. And up and over. One more. Spread the ribs and up and over. Bring your feet out in front for tailor sit. And I'd like you to sit up, both sit bones, and your spine is long. And imagine you're leaning up against a wall, and just peel your spine away from the wall here. Pelvis stays upright, so there's a little abdominal engagement there. And inhale into the back of the body. And then starting from the base of your spine, pull one vertebrae at a time. Back up on top of each other. And take a breath in. And one more. Inhale into the back of the body. And exhale. Now I want you to take one hand on your opposite knee. Inhale, get longer in the spine, hug the abdominals in, and exhale. Let your eyes go all the way around. Hug the belly in. Let your eyes take in the room around you as you switch sides. You can give a little support from the back to lengthen your spine. We're not torquing, we're getting taller and longer, and our eyes are completing the spiral. And then take the room in. And switch, and inhale, deepen, and exhale, come around, one more of those, inhale. Just move and breathe, I'm not cueing the breath perfectly, but we're moving and breathing. So last thing, let's reach our arms up. And then Simon says behind the head, rest the head in the hands, and just let the hands give a little reciprocal pressure as you lift the sternum beyond the throat and the chest, up and over, not back behind you, up above, whatever you're watching this video on. And then reach your arms up, yawn them up so you're sort of kneading up into the sky, stretching the waist and stretching the side of the body and all the way up. I feel like I'm climbing a rope up high, and then both arms reach up and then you come down, and we did it. All right, so I'm so glad to share this class with you. I thought it was really fun. I'm gonna do it. So if you try it, and if you try it consistently, or if you have questions about it, just let us know. You can leave us comments on YouTube in the comments area, or office at Move Wellness is always a great place to find us too. And we are online. We have lots of really great live stream classes, so check into that. Thanks so much.